What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nicholas, and welcome back to Nick's Dynasty. I have finally had a full month of operating my food truck, and this is going to be a video describing my full month, breaking down the income, the expenses, how things went, how many customers that we took care of. So without further ado, it's going to be a great video. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos to see your boy. So we received a total of $1,108 when you subtract out transaction fees and commission for Uber Eats being on there. My concept is a little bit different than most food trucks, so things might be a little bit different, lower than you expected, higher than expected. So we are operating as a ghost kitchen, so essentially we don't have any people coming up to the window to put their order in. We take the order, turn around, and make the food. It does happen because it is a newer concept for Columbus, and in general, most people say, hey, okay, I want the food, I'm gonna go and order it. So when people see the sign that says order online, they either turn around or I am able to talk to them and get them to go through the process initially. So we are running as a ghost kitchen. Also, my trailer doesn't have huge signage for people to know, like, hey, this is who we are. We do have a small sign for right now, mostly doing advertisement online and in person by word of mouth. So that may hinder initial sales in the beginning, but we're going to expand on that front. Without getting those getting those caveats out the way, we're going to run into our total sales for our first full month. Also should mention I do have a full-time job, so this is something I'm doing on the side right now. Currently only operating on Thursdays and Fridays per week, so that is 8 days a month, and these sales reflect 8 days of service, being open from 7:30 a.m., closing at 2 p.m. So for those 8 days of service, we brought a grand total of $1,291.11 from all the platforms of income. From that, we received a total of $1,108 when you subtract out transaction fees and commission for Uber Eats being on their platform. So we can also add in $109 for tips for that month. So those are our total revenues that came in the bank after the sales. So for getting it out the way, we are on Uber Eats. Our total revenue was $288, and our total payout was $238, advertised of 30% commission. We might have had a pickup order in there that was a 6% commission, but a little bit of our sales do come from Uber Eats, and we have, I think, some people discovering us on Uber Eats as well, but just a short amount. So that $288 came from 15 total customers, 11 new customers, and 4 repeat customers. One of our items was ordered 7 times by those 15 people, and at the lowest we had an item that was ordered only 3 times by those 15 people. Moving on to our main ordering system, we are using Chow Now for people to order online. It's on our website, and it's just a flat rate each month, or you can pay for the year as a whole. They don't take a commission, so right now I'm paying $149 for this service, and depending on how much sales are is what that percentage of commission is, and ideally this is at one of our lowest points, and then our sales are going to be higher, so that 149 is going to be a smaller percentage as we grow. Looking at the numbers for this one, we had a grand total of 48 customers come on those 8 days. So our grand total was $931.66 from these 48 customers in 8 days. What this looks like is an average order size amount was $19.41, and average customer was $22.18. So it looks like there was people gracious enough to tip us, which they don't have to, which bumps up our our revenue. So we do appreciate them. But that 48 is actually 48 total orders, and it looks like we had 42 customers for this month. So we had some people repeat orders, and what that looks like is 1.14 order per person. So that is the revenue side. So we have to look at our expenses, and this is actually month 2 and our first full month of us being open. Therefore, there's going to be still some long-term purchases that we're doing that are a little bit higher than more established business will have, since we're still in the startup phase. Our total expenditures as far as cash was around 2,591, which is much more than our revenue. So what does this look like? So actual cash spent on food and cost of goods was $450. And I'll pull up that percentage of our revenue right here. So I believe we actually, let me look at a number real quick. So there were some items we bought on gift cards that we purchased last year, so it wasn't necessarily cash coming out this month, but our total, let's say, food and paper good cost for this month was $541.50. So that percentage is this right here. And the difference between our revenue coming in and this number right here is by $567. So we are up $567 from our sales and food and cost of goods. Of course, we have other expenses. Looking at all of these purchases, we did have some bulk items being bought that transfers over to the next month, which is like $163 worth. That's like buying a bunch of gloves, and we did buy some food items that are, of course, they're gonna go over to next month. We bought this big thing of frying oil that will last us a couple of months. We have some bacon that's gonna last us for a couple of months. So if we take that out, that does make our food cost percentage a little bit better. But of course, we have other expenses. The rent for my parking spot right now, which includes electricity, is $500 a month for right now. So we add that on to our food costs, so that's over $1,000 right there. And with those together, profit is not necessarily right there at this current buying power. As I'm saying, we do still have product that we could be using to sell product during these other days that were actually closed, but unfortunately we are closed. Then if we had more days of service each week, we could be selling these products and making revenue. Marketing, we spent about $136 on some road signs that we're gonna put up to bring more customers in. We also spent $152 on kitchen items that are long-term items that we're gonna be using for years, whether that's like a whisk or a bowl or whatever that's gonna help us get our cooking together. So that is a long-term spend. Chow Now, like I mentioned, $149 a month. Website, $21. We're gonna look into getting a cheaper website, maybe with Wix or whatever, for like $12 or maybe something even less. We did do a donation of $30. That's random donation. Insurance, liability insurance, $25 a month. We also had some fees that are longer term prices that are for like our mobile food vending license. That's gonna last the whole year, and a food inspection lasts the whole year. You could divide those all out by 12, get this number right here, and put that on each month. But we just did this cash flow statement right here. And our last thing, we paid $7 for water, paying it to my parents. I am getting some water from their place right now, safely moving it to the trailer. So cash out of the business is $2,591. And then total money that was put into the business is $1,713 because we had $30 of interest from our business bank. That's kind of upping that cash amount. Most people don't calculate that, but I'm calculating every dollar coming in. And then we also added $409 from my personal job into the business account to keep that flowing. So we did have a total net negative for cash of $935, which is doing better than I was before when I was operating as a ghost kitchen. And like we mentioned before, we have some items in here that aren't normal costs that will exist every month, and also some long-term costs that could be divided out by 12. So that is our first month, looking pretty good. Sales have definitely increased on the month. I will let you know what my sales were for January. For January, I believe we did 6 days of operation. I was closed for actually, I think it was 4 days of operation. Forgive me if I don't know off the top of my head, but last month we did around $498 in sales. If we look at how many days I was open, that looks like we were open for 6 days, if I'm not mistaken. So we definitely added 2 more days and increased our revenue by a good amount. So this is everything we did for February 2023. This is the beginning of our journey. We're getting ourselves established to be able to have a sustained business, a popular business. We are getting good reviews about our food. People are enjoying the food. We need to spread the word out there for more people to try our food. I'm here ready for the long term as a business owner, and I'm sharing my journey with you. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below anything. I love to see all of the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, y'all.